Hello everyone and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today I'm going to be doing a solo playthrough of Nautilion, which is within the Oniverse, which is the same as the Onirum, Sylveon, Castellion, and Urbion games. So this is the newest one that just came out. It is a dice checker, so you're rolling dice and you're trying to decide which dice to use in which places, and you move across collecting tokens. It's fun, it's quick. I'm going to play for you guys the game without any of the expansions, but if you guys would like to see some of the expansions, put that in the comments below. This could be an easy video I could do over lunch hour if I'm working from home. So let me know. I can do more playthroughs of the different expansions if you'd like. And also, if you want to just see a quick overview of this game, Games Off the Shelf, the guy's name is Steve. He puts out videos, I think 2 or 3 a week really, and he does quick overview of games, and he's got one of Nautilion as well as all the other ones on the Omniverse that are based on the Omniverse. Feel free to check him out, subscribe to him. He's a cool guy. I would suggest watching his videos. Alright, with nothing else, let's get going. First thing you'll want to do is you want to grab the 36 crew tokens, and this is going to be what we're kind of going through on the map collecting, and you'll know their crew tokens will have this blue backside and the front side has numbers. If they have letters or they don't have any numbers or letters on them at all, don't use them. There should be 36 of them, and this is just for the base game. Those other ones are used for the expansion. What you're supposed to do is flip all of these over and shuffle them up. So I'm going to do that right now. After giving them a good shuffle, you want to create a path of these from one end to the other so you can place these 2 tokens, the Happy Isles, and the Abyss token on either end. Let's go do that. Now we've made our nice little path here. So we're going to start here. Our enemy is going to start here. And what we need to do is flip all of these face up so we know what numbers are on each one of these. Because these are going to be crew members and we're going to be trying to put them on our ship before the enemy gets all the way here to our Happy Isles. After setting up the board, we've already flipped up our tokens. We get to decide which ship we want to use. I'm going to use ship A, the easiest one, because I have only won this game once, and I'll place my ship token here. I'll place the Phantom token right here. So this is the Phantom ship, and if that ship ever gets to the Happy Isles, I automatically lose the game. Also, if I ever get my ship to the Abyss over here and I don't have a full crew, so you can see on this ship I have spots for numbers 1 through 8. If I don't fill that up and I get to the Abyss, we lose the game as well. I also want to place this Grimoire card here because this Grimoire card has 3 different special abilities I can use when I pick up tokens, and I start with 4 of these reserve tokens and I can use them to activate these effects, and we'll go through that when we do the playthrough. There's also this Darkness card, and every round we're going to have to give 1 die to this guy. And if we give him a 3 or a 4, he's going to take one of our tokens or one of our crew members if we can't pay a token. So not good, and the 3s and 4s, you don't want to roll those anyway, so you'd really want to give them up, but you can't because of him. We'll also place this really cool meeple on his card, just for fun. Lastly, you'll want to get your 3 dice together, and these 3 dice are custom. They have 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, no 5s or 6s, so you got to make sure you use these dice. The game ends in victory when the Nautilion reaches or passes the Abyss and has a full crew. We lose if the Phantom reaches or passes the Happy Isle, or you also lose if the Nautilion reaches or passes the Abyss and does not have a full crew. That's it. Let's start playing the game. Each round starts off the same. We roll the 3 dice. And we get a 1, 1, and a 4. We now can use this Grimoire if we wanted. We could spend 1 of these tokens in our reserve to re-roll all the dice. We could spend 2 of these tokens to be able to flip a die to whatever number we wanted. And we can pay 2 of these reserve tokens to be able to swap locations of 2 of the tokens in our pathway. For our first roll, I don't think I'm going to do that. So then what we have to do is we have to give 1 die to the Phantom Submarine, 1 die to the Dark House, and 1 die to our Nautilion. But we have to do it in this order: the Dark House, Phantom, and then to us. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pay the 4 to the Dark House. But that means we have to give up 1 of these reserve tokens, which stinks. But I think it's better than having someone move 4 right off the bat. Next, we'll give this 1 to the Phantom ship, and so he'll move up 1 and gobble up this crew member. That means we can never get that crew member, and so if we're in this location and roll a 1, we'd move into the abyss. That's no longer there. We're going to take the other 1 here and move 1 and grab this 8 as a crew member. Now, what's really nice about each of these crew members, they can be taken for one of 2 things. One is a crew member themselves, which we need to have all 9 on our submarine. Or we could take them, flip them over, and they become another reserve token that we can use for the Grimoire. So that's really nice. But to start off with, we're going to use him as a crew member. Here we have our ship. So at the beginning, we can start anywhere on our ship putting our crew members. So I'm going to place my 8 right here. But now we have to place, the next crew members we can place is a 7, a 9, or a 5 based on these orange connections. So we can't place a 6 here, because if we do, it's not connected to this crew member. So we really need to look for a 7, a 5, or a 9. And really a 5 would be great because that opens up all of these 3 as well for locations. And that was our first round. Really quick. So let's roll for the second round. Oh, all 1s. With all 1s, we'll give the Dark House a 1. And we don't have to discard anything because we didn't do a 3 or a 4. The Phantom Submarine will take a 1. And he will gobble up this crew member. We'll also use the 1, our third die, and we get to collect this crew member, which just so happens to be a 9. Yes! Because he's a 9, we can place him here, and now we can look for a 4, 5, or a 7. Let's start the next round. Okay, let's see what we get. A 1, 1, and a 2. Not bad rolls at all. This is a bit risky, but I'm going to use these 2 reserve tokens to be able to do the aquatic translation, and that's going to allow us to swap 2 of the tokens in our path. We really want to pick up a 7, so we're going to take this 7 crew member and swap them with this 8 crew member, and you'll see why I'm doing that in a second. We'll give the 2 die to the Dark House and the 1 die here to the Phantom Submarine, and he's going to gobble up this crew member. For us, we'll also grab the 1, and now we can collect that 7 worker that we just moved from a different location. This means we can place our 7 right here, and now if we roll another 1 and we take it, we can also grab a 6. That's the reason I did that. I think that's going to be really useful. Next round. 1, 2, and a 2. I am getting lucky. I'm going to place our first 2 here in the Dark House, and that has no effect again because it's not a 3 or a 4. We're going to give a 2 to the Phantom ship. 1, 2, so he's going to grab this token and eat that crew member. And then we're going to use a 1 for our ship so we can pick up this 6, which is awesome. We'll place that crew member here. Now here's the thing. We're moving at a really slow pace, and we have to get all the way to that abyss, so we might want to start picking up the pace. But we now can grab a 5, 2, or a 1, or a 4. The only one we can't grab is a 3, so we're sitting really pretty. Let's give them a roll. Okay, 3, 3, and a 2. We're going to give the 2 to the Dark House, so no effect there. A 3 goes to the Phantom ship. 1, 2, 3. Eats up that crew member. And then we also grab a 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, we can't place this 2. I thought we could, but we can't. So we're actually going to take it as another resource token. So now we have a total of 2 resource tokens. All right, next round. Wow, a 2, 2, and a 1. First thing I'm going to do is do the aquatic translation again, use these 2 in my reserve so that I can swap 2 of my crew members. I'm going to swap this 9 with a 5 right here, so hopefully I can collect that 5 this round. I'm going to give the Dark House a 2. We're going to give a 1 to the Phantom ship. He's going to gobble up that crew member. And then we're going to take the 2 so we can grab that 5. Yeah. We can place that 5 right in the center of the board. We now can get everything except for a 3, which I think is what I said before, but that wasn't the case. But now it is, because we can go here, there's orange connection, so we just can't pick up a 3 yet. If we get a 2 or a 4, though, then we can pick up a 3. I have no tokens in the reserve, so what I roll is what's going to happen. We'll see what I get. A 1, 1, and a 2. Man, this is not bad. The 2 can go back to the Dark House again. And both the Phantom ship and our ship will each move 1. And this guy's history. We collected a 3, which of course is what I just told you we can't actually use. So we'll have to flip this over, and that becomes one of our reserve tokens. 1 reserve token, that makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, here's finally a 4. A 4, a 2, and a 1. So I'm going to give the 4 to the Dark House. I know that stinks because I got to give up this reserve token. But I think it's going to work out. The Phantom Boat's going to use the 1 again and gobble up this 4. But then we're going to use the 2, and that's going to make us able to pick up the one crew member, and we should be able to place him. We'll place that crew member right here. Now we just need 3 more, but we still can't get this 3. Okay, needing a little bit of luck here. 2, 1, and a 1. The Dark House can take the 2, and then each of us will take the 1. And we'll grab the 9, which will go into our reserve because we don't need a 9, and he'll gobble up this 8. Let's see what we get now. Okay, a 3 and a 2 and a 2. One of the 2s is going to go over here with the Dark House. The Phantom ship will grab the 2, 1, 2, eats up this 5, and then we'll grab the 3, 1, 2, 3. We have this 6 token, which we cannot use, so this will also go into our reserve. 2 tokens in the reserve, I'm liking it. And a 2 that's only 2 away, I'm liking it even more. Okay, a 1, 1, and a 3. I think I'm going to do it. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it as is because I'm going to use this 3. I'll give a 1 to the Dark House. I'm going to use this 1 for the Phantom ship, and he'll gobble up this 7. And then we'll use the 3 to go 1, 2, 3, and we just got our number 2 worker. We'll place him right here, and now we just need a 3 and a 4. And what is totally awesome is we did not use our 2 tokens from the reserve, so we still have those. A 4, a 1, and a 1. I'm going to use the Grimoire, and I'm going to use the Artificial Tide. And I'm going to pay 2 from the reserve, which is the 2 that I have here. And I'm going to change a value of a die to my choice. And I'm going to change this to a 2. I'm going to place 1 here with the Dark House. The Phantom ship, I'm going to give a 2. 1, 2. He grabs and eats up this crew member. And then I'm going to play a 1. Here's the thing. When the ships meet, you skip over them. They don't count as a point. So this is a 1, and I get to collect number 4. We only need 1 more crew member and get to that abyss. Oh, this is going to be tight. If I can roll a 4 here, you guys, this could be really good. Oh, a 1, 2, and a 3. I have nothing in the reserve, so I have to take it. We're going to give the 2 to the Dark House. The Phantom ship, we're only going to give a 1. So he's going to go all the way over here, gobble up this 2. And then we're going to grab the 3. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we snag this 1, and we're going to flip it over and use it as a reserve token. We literally have to roll a 1 next time to pick up this 3, or we lose the game. Okay, there's a lot of ways for this to go. So let's see what we get. We got all 2s. So I'm going to use this reserve token and do the repetitive whirlwind. I'm showing you all the abilities here. That's cool. And I can reroll all the 3 dice. Okay, this is it. Let's grab them. I need a 1 here. If I don't get a 1, we're going to lose the game. Oh. We lost the game. 2, 4, and 3. I will automatically get to the abyss on any of those, and so we lose. I'll just finish it off for you guys so you can see. I'm going to give the 2 to the Dark House. We'll give the 3 to the Phantom ship. 1, 2, 3. He takes that up. And then we have to take the 4. 1. We're at the abyss. And as you can see, we're just missing 1 worker. Oh, that was a good game. So now you can see if you do like this ship, look at how hard it is. Because if you had a 7 to start with, the only one where you could get is a 5. And then when you go to a 2, well, you could get these 2. But it's a lot harder. Or how about this one? This one is even harder because you start here, you'd only get to do these two, and then if you put one here, well, you can only do this one, you know, so they get harder, and I'm having a hard time winning even on the easy mode. Well, there you have it. That is Nautilion. Very quick, lots of fun. I find it a great solo. If I've got 20 minutes at the doctor's office or something like that, I can play this. I know you have to set up the tokens. That's the only thing. So you got to make sure you have a little bit of time, but it's really quick. It's enjoyable. I love trying to, where do I place the dice? And seeing the path disappear. I mean, I thought I had this one in the bag. I mean, that 3 was right there. I thought, okay, 2 dice rolls to get a 1, but nope, I didn't. Sometimes the luck doesn't go your way. But yeah, that's Nautilion. I really recommend it for a nice quick solo. I haven't played it 2-player. They say it's harder 2-player. So I don't know what that's like, but I think no matter what, you guys would enjoy this game if you like any of the other Onirim, Sylveon, anything like that. Nice and quick, relaxing, and fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks so much for watching.